Oh, that's Matt Tibos into the wall.
Well, hello there folks, good evening and welcome back to the Masters Championship. Tonight, as I said before but the stream cut off, it is race 2 of season 9 and we're kicking off with Division 1 around Baku, and to have me talk you through it, it is the one and only big shot, also known as Richie Davey.
Yes, Danny boy, we're back again then, the Masters Championship round 2, Baku. We've seen in previous seasons that this race can sometimes be a spectacle, so let's just have a game of one tonight, Dan.
Yeah, and as Richie said before the stream started, that Matt Tibos has broke his front wing, and as you can see there from the broadcast view, no front wing, completely gone. Richie, can you commentate any more where he put it, where he bent it?
Well, there's only you can just use your imagination. There's only one place you can really beat it in Baku, and that is the castle section. And he's the first person to connect with the wall. I think we're going to see many more, Dan, tonight. I think we're going to see many more. Yeah,
we'll definitely see a lot. It's a very, very tricky corner to get right, but Kelsper's kicking it off with a 37-1 banker lap. That's a very, very good banker, and Nolan's not too far behind, but John Terry's coming down the straight, I do think, to start his first flying lap. And at the minute he did a 41-1 is his best time, but I think he is starting fresh. But he's in no ERS, so I don't actually know if he is. We were going to talk to the standings, but we just feel after one race there's no point, so we're just... You all know Lewis is leading after winning last week, so all we're going to do is just kick on with the action.
Yes, I mean, as you said, Carlsberg already setting the pace with a 1:37.1. What do you think is going to be the pole time today, Dan, around? What's the time do you think they've got to be looking at?
Well, I know Nolan can do a 36.8, but apparently people are saying Lewis can nearly get in the 35. So if Nolan's a really, really quick driver and Lewis can get in the 35s, then it's going to be a pretty big spread out field through qualifying. So I think Lewis will take pole, but as to what he'll do, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, so I guess we'll have to wait and see them very soon. As you said as well, Lewis did take the first race win of the season. If he takes the race win again today, then he's already going to be pulling away in the season. So somebody needs to step up to the plate, Dan. I'm not sure who it's going to be. You said it could be Nolan Power, maybe Scuba, maybe Kalsper. I'm looking forward to find out what happens this season, because I do not want Lewis running away with it.
It's very, very hard to get someone that actually will compete with Lewis, because you know yourself, he's just ridiculously quick on the game, and I just don't know how you can be that quick.
Yeah. Also, just want to mention as well, Dan, Mystic Joker is in the session, but unfortunately joined a bit too late, so he's going to be starting on the back with a default setup. How's that going to impact on Mystic's race today?
It's, as you say, as we discussed it before we started the stream, it's going to be a bit of a pain for him, especially down them long straights, but through the corners like the likes of Castle, the middle sector, he should be relatively quicker compared to everybody else. So you never know. Because he doesn't have a straight line speed, he probably will struggle, but we'll soon see. We'll soon find out.
Yes, we will. I mean, there's no one really. Qualifying doesn't really tend to heat up until the last couple of minutes, does it? So it's like, I don't even know who to go on board with, Dan.
I know I was going on board here with Thomas, but he is on no ERS, so I don't think he's going. Perpetual Mobile, I think, is on a lap, so we'll ride with him, and he's in the castle section now. Oh, he's got that wall. Oh, he's gone.
Tell you what, Dan, that's the second person now then to bin it at the castle section. Luckily though, he's still got his tyres on the car, so he lives to fight another day, Dan.
He does indeed, but Richie, that's the question. If people are going to keep doing that in qualifying, what's it going to be like in the racing, especially with safety cars and all too?
It's very true. And I mean, if there was a chance of rain in the race as well, that's going to make it even more trickier. I've got a feeling we're going to see 2 or 3 safety cars in the race, Dan.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely see at least maybe 2 safety cars and a couple of VSCs, if I'm perfectly honest. But it'll be interesting to see as Kelsberg comes out of the pits now. I think ahead of behind Matt Tibos, I think. So, or no, sorry, behind Combi. I think Matt's on a lap, so I'll ride on board on Matt to see what Matt's doing.
I think John is as well. I'm not sure, but John's just coming down the straight. I'm not sure if he is on a hot lap or not, but he's just coming down the straight. He has been using ERS, so I'm guessing that he is on a hot lap then. So John Terry, TMC legend, can he get himself up near the front of the grid? And a long home straight here in Baku, and it's looking like a pit then for John Terry, so I guess I'm wrong, Dan.
Well, he's not been doing very well at the minute with a 41, so... Oh, and I say Kevin with a 36.8, that is a very good lap. Very, very good lap to start off with.
I'll tell you what, if there's anything Kevin needs today, it's It's a bit of a bounce back from the disaster that happened in Austria, if you can remember, when Kevin and who was it? Was it Nolan Power?
It was.
That little crash in the pit lane.
It was indeed.
Yeah, so it's a good sign of a recovery so far from Kevin. Then is he going to be the man to maybe challenge Lewis?
You never know, we could find out. But one thing as well is that I must note is that, see, around here in qualifying, it is important to get a slipstream from the driver in front, because the amount of time you gain down them straights from slipstream is absolutely ridiculous. So anybody that doesn't do a slipstream is going to struggle to find time, which is maybe why Kevin has done that 36.8, because he got maybe a slipstream from Scuba.
Yes, indeed. Just out of curiosity as well, Dan, I'm guessing we've got a few reserve drivers tonight.
Yes, we do indeed. It is, I believe, Takipa's reserving tonight, so is Adamak, and so is Synchronizer. They're all reserving. And then, as you say, Mystic has joined as well. And so we're going to have 19 drivers to start the race, which is very good.
Yeah, it's going to be a big test for Synchronizer then, because he's a Division 3 driver, stepping up into Division 1 company. I mean, that's a big gamble he's taking there, Danny boy.
It is indeed. It's a massive gamble he's taking, but we'll soon see if it pays off for him.
He's gone from racing the lots of Big Shotter to Lewis.
That's very true. We'll see here now. I think Scuba's pulling into the pits as well. Yes, he is. I don't really think actually know who's on a lap.
Well, I just want to point out Nolan Power has improved his lap time. He's done a 1:36.9, so it's a better lap, but it's just still not quite good enough to beat Kevin at the moment. And so the pace is there, Dan.
The pace is there, is right, but we still have yet to see Lewis actually pumping a lap time. By the looks of it, Lewis is only going to do one lap, so all the pressure is going to be on to perform on that lap. But I do believe Super Guy, who missed last week, is on track, and he is currently on a lap, so we'll ride on board with Super Guy to see how he gets on. This section of the track he's at's pretty much flat out, doesn't really need to brake. It's this next corner that he's coming to this curb. This is very, very important. If you can kind of cut the curb, but as he done there, if you launch it, you can launch straight into the wall, but he managed to hit it relatively well, so we'll see how he gets on. Last corner gets pretty good exits, so hopefully this gives him a lot of speed going down the straight, and hopefully this is a very good lap for Super Guy. At the minute he's on a 37.8, which is, it's an okay time, but as you see, there's a Division 2 driver in Takipa's ahead of him, so I don't really think he'll want that too much. But we'll see how he gets on now coming down the big long straight. For me, he's knocking 213 miles per hour, and he pumps himself in the 6th with a 37.3, so it was a relatively decent lap. I think there's a bit more time to find it though.
Yeah, it's a fantastic lap there from Super Guy, the Dutchman. I mean, TMC viewers will know Super Guy very well. He's been here for a long time, and he can definitely put it up with the best of these drivers in Division 1. There's no doubt about that, Dan.
Oh, no doubt about it. Of course, he is a very, very quick driver. But John did his first lap on the softs, and now he's out in the mediums. This is an interesting strategy now from John.
Yeah, well, I find it more interesting the fact that literally John is the only person to try a different set of tyres. Does that indicate that maybe it's going to be a wet start, that everyone's just going for it on the softs?
Well, Cagino's also on the mediums as well, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but as we said there, ILRT Thomas has pumped himself into third place with a 36.9, so the top three still relatively close, only a tenth covering separating the three of them.
Yes, and Louis Welsh still yet to leave the pit stand. He needs to hurry up about it if he's going to get out there and get that pole lap.
He's going to have to hurry up, is right. Maybe, what's that? John's lagging very badly. Looked like he clipped the wall there, but I don't think he did. But he is 6/10 up on his lap before, so I think John in the medium should be comfortable. He should be doing a 38 here, maybe even a high 37 on a set of mediums, because he has the pace to do it. We'll see, it's just a yellow flag in sector 3. I think that's just a car head slowing down. See how John goes on. He's 1.6 seconds up on his lap time, so at the minute he's looking for a 39.5. But I think he's finding a lot more time coming through this last sector. It's just one big long straight. It's very important to have very low wings around here, because as we were saying, straight line speed is going to be essential around here. But we'll see now. He's coming down the big long straight. Can John get himself into 38s on a set of mediums? He can. 38.7. It's not a bad lap from John, but I don't think he's going to have much time to go into the pits and come back out again.
So it's looking like John Aventeri then could be starting towards the rear of the field, which is a shame really, because we know John Aventeri is a fantastic driver, but fortunately today he's got his work cut out. I'm not sure anybody else is really out there on a hot lap. I don't know about, is Thomas, or is he coming in? I think he's coming in.
Yeah,
so I think that's it done until
I think
the final hot lap.
I think Scuba and Kevin have both started their laps, so it looks like Scuba is getting the slipstream off Kevin because you can see Kevin's in front of him. So looks like Scuba is getting repaid the favour for Kevin. So this is maybe why Kevin is on pole at the minute, because he did get the slipstream. But we'll soon see. We'll ride on board with Scuba just to see how he gets on.
Did Scuba race last week?
He didn't know. He reserved in Division 2. He couldn't make last week. But we'll see. His first sector's looked relatively, hasn't looked too bad. Around this section of the track now, he'll feel the slipstream off Kevin. Kevin, you see, just cuts the corner, so Kevin's not really going for a lap here. He is just trying to tow Scuba just along.
Oh, excuse me. God damn. Oh, and Kevin's binned it. There goes the slipstream. Scuba's going to be absolutely raging, Dan. There goes his slipstream.
How does he manage that if he's doing an outlap?
Yeah, that's interesting, Dan. That is interesting.
We'll see now.
He's going to be disappointed in his Scuba now.
Yeah, he is, because he really needed the slipstream along this big long DRS straight, but he's not going to get it now. But hopefully Kevin has helped him a bit. Well, he don't think he has, because he's currently a tenth and a half down, so it's going to be very hard for Scuba to pick this back up.
Yeah, that's a shame then. The McLaren boys trying to work as a team, but unfortunately CR7 Kevin had to go and bottle it. But what can Scuba do then? He's coming down the long straight.
He's going to end the pits.
Be enough. He's going into the pitch, yeah. Jesus. Props. Yeah, that's a shame. He hasn't even got time to do another lap either, Dan, so second game over for Scuba.
It is indeed. I'm trying to see everybody else is in their outlap, but I think Vaporon is on Dark Bolt is also on a lap, and he's up at the top of Castle, so we'll see how he gets on. Nolan's only coming in to turn 3, I believe. Coming in turn 4 now, so Dark Bolt is the furthest along, so we'll see how he gets on. He's currently 100th down on his time at the minute.
Oh, bit of a corner cut there from Dark Bolt. I don't know if he's got away with that one, Dan, but that was pretty blatant.
It was blatant, but I think you do get away with it around this track anyway. This is just the way Codemasters is. But we'll see, he is currently up a wee bit in his time, so don't really think he might challenge Matt Tybus, but I don't think he challenged Kelsper just yet. We'll soon see. And he makes the big long charge down the straight. He could have maybe pulled the left hand side to get rid of the slipstream off Kevin, but don't really think it would have made too much. Here he comes down the straight. It's a 37.2, and he doesn't even beat Matt. 0.003 of a second covers the two of them, so he couldn't even beat Matt.
That's a shame. To be honest, I'm still baffled how he managed to get away with that corner cut, but yeah, still.
See, I think Nolan Power's 2.5 seconds down. I don't think he's going to get time now to cross the line. He isn't, so looks like Nolan's not going to be improving his time. Thomas is also starting a lap.
I don't think Lewis is going to... Is this a hot lap from Lewis? It has to be. Is Lewis going to take pole?
He's just made the time. He's just made it for his hot lap.
I'll tell you what, Louis Walsh is a very lucky boy, then literally just getting over the line. This lap has got to be absolutely important for Lewis then. He's got one chance only to get pole. I mean, he's an odds-on favourite, Dan, but we'll find out in about a minute's time. Yeah, we will indeed. I'm just watching Coutinho coming down the straight here on a set of mediums. As we said, Perpetuum Mobile, 36.6. That's a very good lap from Perpetuum. Takes provisional pole at the minute. Coutinho isn't going to improve. He looks like he's going to start last if Lewis doesn't improve. Synchronizer's not too far. I'm trying to see who's the furthest ahead. I think... Oh, and I said, who was that? Was that Adam? Who was that? There was a... It's to keep it spinned it. John Heaventerry's messed up. He's not going to improve either. I'm just on board with ILR Thomas, and he had some major traffic issues there from Dark Bolt, so that could affect Thomas's lap time here. Then he's not going to be happy, but he might get a bit of a slipstream. Not sure who that is in front of him. Trying to think, it looks like it's a Mercedes. I believe it's Adam Mako, is it? And he's also getting a slipstream from Synchronizer. So we'll see what happens here now. We'll just see how much time Adam's going to gain down the straight. He looks like he's gaining quite a lot from Synchronizer, to prefer. Hitting 220 miles per hour. Adam Mako, he doesn't improve. Where's ILRT Thomas? He's up on the second with a 36.7, so he did improve and did get a bit of a slipstream. Kalsper then is next. I think Kalsper's actually backed out of his lap as well. And there comes Louis Walsh then down the home straight to the championship leader. Goes Paul. It's not by much though, Dan. A 136.6. It's not by much. He put a lot of pressure on himself, and it just shows. But Super Guy as well, he's just coming down the line, but he's not really going to improve on either's Kalsper, so it looks like that's pretty much it. So pretty much as we thought it was going to be then, Louis Welsh on pole, but I'll tell you what, Dan, he might have a race on his hands today. That's a very great lap down there from Perpetuum.
It is indeed, and Thomas and Kevin are also not too far behind either. I do believe it actually was last week. Was it not Lewis, Thomas, and Kevin was the top 3 in qualifying as well?
Yep.
I think it was. So the pace is there from the likes of Kevin and Thomas, but Lewis once again prevails with pole position. Still a very close qualifying. It's 8/10 covers the top 10, which is not too bad. But John Heaven Terry down in 16th place. He has his work cut out this race.
Yeah, obviously, I've been away from F1 for a while, so I don't even know if John Heaven Terry's still got it anymore, but has he still got it?
He does.
The ability?
He definitely still has the ability. I think he was telling me earlier on how he hasn't had any laps of practice, so maybe that is showing why he's so far down the grid.
Yeah. If you want to race in a division like this, then if there's one thing you need, it's practice. That's a fact.
It definitely is. But Lewis, with the one lap that he did, does take pole. Very good lap. Perpetuum not too far behind. Hopefully he can keep that sort of gap in the race. Maybe even challenge Lewis. Hopefully Lewis doesn't run away with it. Thomas is 3rd, Kevin 4th, Nolan also in 5th. Set his lap very early on and still managed to keep 5th place. Kelsberg 6th, Matt 7th. Good performance from Matt. Dark Bolt as well, P8. Super Guy on his debut, P9. And Combi in the top 10. Then you've SH 11th, Scuba 12th. Pat 13th, Dekeepa and Adam, the 2 reserves, and 14th and 15th. John is 16th, Signature 17th, and Coutinho 18th, and Mystic Joker obviously P19.
Interesting grid then, Dan. Let's just hope it's a dry race, because I think we're going to get some fantastic action if it is.
Yeah, it should be if most people have qualified in the soft tires. It should be, hopefully, anyway.
Yeah. So Louis Welsh on pole then, Dan. So race prediction: it is going to be a dry race. Well, a dry start at least. So who do you think is going to be the race winner tonight then?
I want to say someone different, but I think if Lewis is leading after the first lap, I think he'll run away with it.
Okay. I'm going to go for Kevin tonight. I think Kevin's going to do it, so Kevin's my prediction. You might be laughing at me, the viewers, but yep. I think this is the night where Kevin's going to show what he's all about, so interesting.
Hopefully
you don't crash in the pits anyway.
Hopefully he needs a good performance. Kevin has had a couple of bad races even at the end of last season as well. I think he picked up the first race win last season in Australia, and then he went in like 6 or 7 DNFs, didn't score any points. So Kevin is very known for a bottle, but hopefully tonight it's all good.
I've got another one as well. Before they go on the formation lap, who's going to be the first person to bin it at the castle?
I don't know. See,
I'm going to say Super Guy. I'm going to say Super Guy.
I don't know who it could be, because it could be anybody for all you know.
Just for a laugh.
It could even be Lewis and all for all you know.
Yeah, it could. You're right.
I'm gonna say Dark Bolt.
That's a good shout, actually. That is a good shout, Dan. But anyway, back to the race. Let's have a look at the tyres then, Dan. See what people have come for.
I believe Adam, Coutinho and Mystic Joker have all went for hards. You have Synchronizer, Dekeepa, Pat, Scuba and SH went for mediums. John Heaven Terry's went for the softs, which is a surprise, and everybody in the top 10 is on the softs.
I'm a bit baffled by John. He qualifies on the mediums and then starts on the softs at the back of the grid. It's a bit backwards, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what runs through that man's head sometimes, to be perfectly honest with you.
Oh me, bro. That's crazy. But John Heaven Terry then, he's got his work cut out, and he's going to have to get past those drivers on the hard medium tyres very quick then. Louis Welsh does lead this race. It's not really a very long run up to turn 1, so as long as Louis Welsh gets a good start, I think he'll be safe. The question is, what's going to happen behind? Are we going to see a huge crash, or are we going to get a clean start? We'll find out very soon, Danny Morris.
We will indeed. It's going to be interesting as well to see how the likes of the guys outside the top 10 on the mediums get on, because the mediums can go very far, but they are quite a lot slower than the softs. So it'll be interesting to see if they can actually stick with the guys ahead.
Is the one stop the fastest strategy?
I would say yes, but whether it's softs to mediums or softs to hards, I have no idea, because the game says, as I said earlier, it says softs to hards, but I think you can get softs to mediums, so we might see a difference in strategies come towards midway through the race.
Yep. And as we know as well, Dan, of course, the safety car could play a huge part in this race if it does decide to come out. So, which I think it will come out at some point. So that's going to spice it up a lot. But coming down the straight now, then, Dan, we're nearly ready for race 2 of the Masters Championship Division 1. Final thoughts, Dan?
Let's just hope it's a clean first couple of laps, let's just say, and then hopefully everybody gets their head down, and we'll see hopefully some good racing.
Okay. I'll keep an eye on the back then if you want, then.
That's no bother. If you want to take the race start, you can.
No, go on, because I can watch the back while you stream the front, anyway.
That's no bother.
Just so I can see what happens.
Well, let's go. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Guys, no, well, says that there, but we're all ready to go now, are we? Well, we are now. We're going to go. The lights are a bit of a delay, and we are off. It looks like Lewis actually got a decent start, but tell you what, Perpetual Mobile actually, but I think Thomas is trying to go around the outside of Perpetual. Oh, he's run wide, might have clipped a bit of his front wing, but they are going 3 wide now into turn 2. Kevin has also jumped into P3. You have Nolan on the inside. Oh, it's a bit of a carnage, Kevin. I think Kevin's broke his front wing as well. Yes, he has. Nolan Power tried to go up the inside, and as you can see there, Calsper, Medium Pilot and Lewis have built out a bit of a gap, and everybody else in behind is just having a big squabble. I don't even know what's going to happen here. Quite a lot of action. Oh, Jesus. Keep it clean, boys. Look at this. Just look at this from P3 the whole way down. Jesus Christ. Oh, and in the wall is that's Calsper and Nolan. Nolan's in the wall. Jesus Christ. It's a scruffy first lap. Jesus Christ.
Oh, and the Force India's gone sideways.
Oh my God.
It's Dot Bolt, Dan. It's Dot Bolt.
Oh, and I believe, who is that as well? I believe Thomas is also around.
Safety car.
And Thomas.
What happened to Thomas? Was it the castle?
It wasn't the castle, it was that incident. I think he was the one that was taken out in it.
But his car's still there. Thomas is still going. Why is there a safety car?
Because Thomas left the session, I think.
Ah.
And probably because there's a lot of debris, and Thomas has joined. So
can he get back? Can he still get in his car? Or?
Oh yeah, he can.
So yeah, I'll tell you what though, Dan. It was all carnage at the front, but it was very clean at the back of the grid. You know, it's fantastic racing. So I haven't got a clue what was going on at the front, Dan. So just fill me in again. What's going on? Any big moves?
I'm trying to actually look at the position changes. I don't really think anybody's made too much gains apart from Supergay. He's up to P5, and you've Combi and Matt in P6 and 7. But I think Combi and Matt might both have sustained wing damage in that incident. I don't know if Supergay has as well. I think it would see a lot of pit stoppers now this lap, will we? I think Nolan Power's coming in, Supergay staying out, Combi's going in, Matt's coming in as well. Matt's going to get held now from his teammate. You've Kevin in as well. John's stayed out. John's managed to avoid this whole thing. I don't know how.
It's worked out okay for John though. He started on the softs, and it might actually work okay for him now.
It has. It's worked out very friggin' well for him, to be fair. But there's been
P5.
There has been a lot of front wings though being changed. Jesus Christ.
Mystic Joker as well up into P9. Good start for him, and Coutinho. He's gained 11 positions from the start then. So what's going to be interesting is though, Dan, hang on a sec. No, ignore me.
Now, what's going to be interesting though is that Lewis is pitted for a set of mediums. He's not going to get them mediums to the end, so he's going to have to pit again. But Perpetuum and Calsper might be able to stretch these tyres out to maybe lap 10 and go for a set of mediums. So Lewis is going to have to do a 2-stop while the two guys who are probably going to challenge him are going to be doing the 1-stop. So it's going to be interesting to see if Lewis can catch it back up.
This race is it's really chopped and changed and spiced up massively. Like, predictions now, Dan, are out of the window. I have not got a clue which way this race is going to go.
I have no idea myself, to be fair, but I also think the biggest gainer actually at the minute is John Terry with 11 positions. Mystics made 10. SH up on the P4. I didn't even see that. That's a very good start from SH, and Supergay as well up on the P3. So them two have had fantastic starts. How they've managed to avoid that collision, I have no idea.
I'll tell you one thing though, Dan. Mystic Joker on that default setup, he's going to be causing one hell of a train within 1 or 2 laps of the restart.
Yeah, and he's also in the hard tires as well, so it's going to be very interesting to see.
Yeah.
But
the biggest loser so far though, Dan, is of course Thomas. Lost 15 places. Scuba as well, down into last. Not what they would have wanted on the second race of the season.
It's not, but the good thing is for Scuba and Kevin as well is they both can go for the hards and go to the end of the race. So if they keep themselves clean this restart, they should hopefully be fine towards the end of the race. But I think everybody else is went for mediums will have to pit again, unless there is rain forecast for later in the race, which you never know could be, which is maybe why they are in the mediums. It'll be interesting to see now, but safety car looks like it's going to stay for one more lap.
I think that's a bit stupid though, how you leave the session, it brings out a safety car.
Yeah, I don't know.
In a way, that's kind of helped him, you know what I mean? Like,
it
so
has.
Now he's back in the race.
Yeah, it has to be fair. I don't know, actually know if that's why it was. As I said, well, I say that there he's left again and he's completely broke his whole front wing. I don't know how he's done it on a straight, but his front wing went flying. So
what? Just now? Oh,
yeah, no, just there now. His front wing went flying down the straight.
So that's why he's left again. Interesting then. So Loyola Thomas will crashes twice in the race, once under the safety car bizarrely, and yet again he's left the session. So it's not been a good day for Thomas.
It hasn't, but everybody else has replaced their front wings, so looks like we're going to be good to go probably this lap, hopefully.
Yeah.
He's joined the game.
What?
But look, but his tyres now say he's in the softs when it said before he was in the mediums.
One sec, let me change. Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know what he's doing though with this joining and leaving.
I think he's losing connection, to be fair.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's hey, and his ghost car. Oh well, I was about to say his front wing looks intact, but it doesn't. So it doesn't matter if he rejoins or not. If he gets back to the pits, he's going to be a long way behind because the safety car is probably going to come in this lap.
He's lost it again.
So it looks like Thomas's evening is going to finish very early tonight.
Yeah, it's a shame for Thomas then. Starting near the front of the grid, already out of the race. He is still trying to join again. Is the safety car going to come in this lap? Please do.
It is.
Yes, lovely.
So it's going to be interesting now because Perpetual Mobile, he doesn't want to be waiting too long to put the power down because these guys are going to get a massive slipstream on him.
Yep.
So he needs to catch them off guard. He needs to try and leave it as late as possible. If he goes too early, they're going to get a massive tow on him.
Yeah, so Perpetuum then, when is he going to hit that button then to get this race back underway? He's biding his time. He's biding his time because he wants to still be in the lead. By the time we get to the first corner then, he's leaving it very late, Dan.
He has to, because if he doesn't, he's going to lose it. But Calsper's itching at the bit to go. They are going to go now, I think. Perpetuum has to go. He's going.
There he goes.
He's away. He left it as late as possible. Oh, Jesus.
Jonathan Terry up into P3, down into turn 1. Gains 2 positions, I think, in one corner. So Jonathan Terry down, not messing around.
I know, Jesus Christ, it's been a hectic safety car restart, but Gugino's about to be overtaken now by his teammate SH, who is on the much fresher tyres. But Gugino's still doing very well in P7, and it actually looks like, to be fair, Richie, it was a clean enough safety car restart there.
Yeah, it's a very clean start then, just what we wanted. Lap 4, we're finally underway again here in Baku.
And behind, sorry, Combi and Dark, I think it was Combi and someone, I don't know who it was, maybe Combi and Adam, Combi and Mystic, I'm not sure who it was. Combi's retired from the session, so he's broke the front wing. Kevin's also out as well. Oh, Jesus.
I'll tell you what, this race is turning out to be a nightmare then for some of the drivers then, so there goes my prediction out of the race. Combi Koromi out of the race as well. Meanwhile, Thomas is back in the race, but he has pitted again, so it's not looking good for Thomas then.
Yeah, and Matt Tybus is also not looking good either. He has broke his front wing yet again. The safety car's out once again. Jesus Christ.
It's going to be a long night.
You're telling me.
Oh man. Safety car is out yet. The question is though, Dan, are the front three going to pit? Well, the front two. Yeah, the front three. What would you do? If they pit now, they can get to the end, can't they? So
they should be able to.
They've got to pit. There's no point staying out.
I know.
If I was these three boys now, I'd be straight in that pit lane.
Like the three of them are going to be effectively last.
Yeah. You got to feel for him because these three had a good chance in this race, to be fair, until Sadgar comes out again. But it doesn't look like Perpetum's going to pick them.
No, John and Kelsper's in. Perpetum stays out. But
Perpetum just made a big mistake, Dan.
But did you see that though? John Heventry overtook Kelsper onto the safety car and got into the pits before him. So is John going to get penalised for that, or what's the story? Because Kelsper was in front, but John managed to overtake him. So I don't know. John has replaced his tyres, and Kelsper's done the same. And Kelsper actually has jumped him in the pits, so that undoes anything.
There's a load in the pits as well, down at the back.
Yeah, there is. There's a couple of guys that broke their front wings yet again. Scuba's also broke his again. Mystic Joker, he's come in again. Matt's come in with a broken front wing. So it's carnage.
I think Thomas is in for his third stop. On lap 5, Thomas makes his third pit stop.
It's absolute carnage, man.
And he's actually put the softs. Has he put the softs on?
No, so's me hards.
Oh yeah, yeah. On mine, they was putting the softs on.
Richie, the way this is going to go is everybody's going to run out of tyres.
Well, I think Thomas is at this rate. Keep doing this many pit stops.
Jeez,
3 pits in 4 laps.
Jesus Christ.
That's one way to race around Baku.
But look, Lewis is pitted again. P12. He has been jumped by Kelsper, John Heventry and Supergay. Effectively. So this now, if Lewis wants to win this now, he has to overtake these guys.
And the thing is, it's Baku. We're probably going to see another safety car then.
But these guys are in the hard, so you may as well just stay out for the next safety car because you're going to get to the end anyway.
Yeah, I agree. So, who's the biggest loss then after that second safety car? Would you say?
You can enough say Synchronizer because he was up on like P7.
And now he's last. And a big corner cut there from the Synchronizer, but I think he'll get away with it under the safety car. Well, Perpetum staying out has to be one of the biggest mistakes he'll probably ever make of his life, in my opinion.
Could be, but if he can still stretch him, if the safety car doesn't come out again between now and maybe lap 11 or 12, Perpetum can easily go for set of mediums to the end, and he'll be absolutely rapid compared to the guys in the hards, so it might still pay out for him. We don't know yet.
That's true.
But Coutinho on SH, 3rd and 4th. Coutinho on the hards hasn't pitted. This safety car's helped him quite a lot.
We'll just quickly look at the position changes. Coutinho has gained 14 positions up into P4. It's been a great start for Coutinho. It
has indeed. The top 5 haven't pitted. Everybody else down has pitted once, twice, or maybe even 3 times.
It's not bad though. 14 places in 4 laps.
It definitely isn't.
Oh, so I don't know what to say, damn man.
It's a tricky one now, not lady.
I just hope we can race it back the safety car again now so we can get some good action, because it just spoils it.
Yeah, it definitely does. Like,
you don't mind one safety car, but when it keeps coming out.
I know.
I wonder what the record is for the most safety cars in the race.
Oh, I've no idea. I think the most we've had is about 3.
Remember on I don't know what F1 it was on, but it was like glitched or something, and the safety car used to just keep coming out all the time. Just must be.
Yeah, that was 2016, I think, wasn't it? Or else, I think it was. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it was ridiculous, man. Well, Thomas, I think, did he lose connection again then? I think
he did. He did indeed, yes.
Oh, so Thomas then. You know what that's going to do? The AI will probably pit again for him.
Probably will. Is the safety car going to come in this lap? It should do.
It is.
I think it will.
So.
It is.
Feels like we've already done 20 laps.
We've only done 6.
Crazy, isn't it? But we are now, Dan, finally going to get underway then here in Baku. This time, it's Perpetum. Actually, Perpetum was leading the last safety car, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. He was bolted really late, but PMP Pat's going to follow him very close behind.
Yep, PMP Pat. He had a great race last week in Austria. He's looking like he could be having another great race here in Baku. Can he get the move done on Perpetum?
I think Perpetum's gone. Perpetum's away early this time. Look at SH, so SH is going to get a bit of a slipstream, is he? He don't think he's going to be close enough. He isn't. Let's just watch him behind if there's going to be any instance.
Oh, Perpetum's gone a bit wide. He's gone very wide. And here comes PMP Pat then. Up the inside. Backs out of the move. I think the move is there for the taking mode again, Perpetum. He's getting his braking points wrung down.
He is indeed. Not PMP Pat. Now, Perpetum's maybe feeling the wear of them tires, which is the problem.
Yep.
But here we go.
Yeah, and I think he's just going to hold on, Dan. Just going to hold on for now.
But we'll say so on this safety car restart has been a lot better than the last one. So hopefully now we don't get any front wings flying, and Scuba and all have managed to get away very cleanly. So let's see how we get on now. Everybody gets their heads down.
Yeah. So Perpetum then.
Oh, Lewis is going to overtake John. He has down into the tricky corner before the castle. Good move from Lewis. John just didn't fight it too much. Through castle. Anybody been through castle? No, everybody seems to get through alright, so good to see.
Yeah, and Perpetum has opened up a little bit of a gap at the lead, Dan. So yeah, it could be safe then. Could get out of that DRS range then once it does get activated, so that's good news for Perpetum.
He could indeed, but look at Coutinho. He's holding up these guys behind, and look at how close Nolan Power and the keeper are right behind Coutinho.
Yeah, Coutinho could be under immense pressure then. SH. So is Coutinho going to get the move done on his teammate? Is the keeper going to follow him through? I don't think so, but I think Coutinho is going to make the move on SH though. As we ride on board then as we come down to turn 1. It's just not quite getting close enough. Down the slipstream is not working.
It isn't working as Kelsberg going to make the move on Dark Bolt. He is not, so it doesn't look like anybody's made any moves down the straight, which is quite surprising.
I know, yeah.
But see, because everybody's in this train, it might help Mystic Joker to fend from the guys behind if he's in the default setup.
Yeah, that's true. As Perpetum continues to pull away then into the distance on lap 8, but the question is now, Dan, how far can he go on these tyres?
He should be able to get at least 4 or 5 more laps out of them, so he needs to get his head down.
There he goes. As the two Ferrari boys continue to be very close, TMC, SH and Coutinho. Not sure if they know each other very well. So, is there going to be respect shown, or are these two going to be fighting until the death?
Oh no, it'll be respect. They were teammates last season in the Haas, so they know each other very well, so they'll definitely be working as a team. And at the minute, I think SH is going to try and tow Coutinho along, because he's going to need it, because Nolan's just made the move on the keeper and is hunting down Coutinho very quickly.
Yeah, Nolan Power then looking to make up for an absolute disastrous race last week in Austria, all over the back of the Ferrari driver Coutinho. I'll tell you what, Nolan just wants to get this move done. He wants to get it done ASAP, and I think he will be getting it done down into turn 1, Dan, surely. Yeah,
he will indeed. He should. He needs to make sure to keep us not in the DRS of his teammate, and I don't think this time he is. Look at how close Nolan is now. Should be made this. Don't think so. This lap, I think. After this lap.
He's not going to need DRS down on, I think, because he's going to breeze past Coutinho, I think. He's in the slipstream.
Coutinho's got good straight line speed though.
There he is. He's going for that inside line now, Dan, and look, I'll tell you what, he has got great straight line speed. Look at Coutinho pulling away again. But Nolan Power's going for the move anyway, up the inside, down into turn 1, gets the move done. Coutinho goes wide, the keeper sees the door open, and now the keeper's going to sweep through as well then, so Coutinho is still trying to fight back, and I think he might just hold on, Dan. Great driving from the Ferrari driver.
It is indeed, and I believe Scuba also made the move on Super Guy as well, so he's ahead and he's now chasing down Mystic Joker in the Haas. Is he going to make the move into turn 3? I think he is. Mystic Joker's got a penalty for gaining the position. Oh, and he's nearly clipped the wall. But I think Scuba's made the move. Oh, and he's went deep. Oh, and there's a bit of contact.
Matt Tibos, wing damage again into the back of Super Guy.
And I believe Scuba also has from wing damage. No, he doesn't. I think he managed to get away with it okay.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than getting a bit of front wing damage. Worst feeling in the world. Them boys are going to be absolutely fuming.
Jesus, Matt Tibos he's having a shocker at the minute.
Yeah, he's better than this, Matt Tibos. He's much better than this. Just not getting the look at the moment, Dan.
No, he's not. He needs another safety car.
Yes, indeed. As Perpetum continues to pull away, the gap is now 2.2. Well, I'd say at the minute the fastest man out there is definitely Nolan Power. He's now all over the back of SH, Dan, and I think this is going to be another overtake very soon.
It is going to be, but hey, Lewis is not really pulling. Lewis isn't really doing much now in them hard tires. So he's not. Lewis, I thought he'd have breezed through some of these guys, but he's struggling at the minute.
Yep, and here comes Nolan Power then, down the home straight. He's going to get past SH with the DRS before we even get to turn 1 then, so easy move for Nolan Power then, up into P3, and at the moment, Dan, he is the man to keep an eye on because he's absolutely flying on.
Yeah, and to keep us past Gagino as well in the turn 1, so Gagino's just dropping places on them hard tires. Automako and Dark Bolt and all are going to catch him now very quickly.
Fantastic race then here in Baku. It was a slow start, but it is starting to pick up now with everybody on different tyres and different strategies. It's hard to keep up with what's going on, but as you said, Dan, hang on.
That was close. SH and Nolan Power. SH came back at him, and Nolan near broke his front wing. Or has he broke his front wing? I think he's made it broke his front right. Just trying to catch it in the broadcast. I think he might have bit damage in the front right. I think he does.
Oh, that's going to be a heartbreak then for Nolan Power. He was doing so well. Now he's got wing damage then, so if he has got wing damage, it's going to be a mountain to climb for Nolan Power. Feel sorry for the lad.
It's same with me, but it's just Baku, and that's just the way it happens.
There is still time though for another safety car, so not all doom and gloom yet. But it seems to be going okay to me, Dan, if he has got wing damage.
Yeah, he seems to be going alright. It's the front right, so I don't really think it's going to be too effective for him. It's the front left I think is the problem, but front right you mightn't be too bad. But it's still relatively close. PMP Pat's now starting to pull the gap a wee bit back to Perpetuum. I think he pulled half a second this lap, so...
So Perpetuum's starting to struggle a bit then on those tyres. Meanwhile, can Nolan Power get this move done again, but this time make it stick?
But look at Kjelsberg behind Dark Bolt. Look at how close he is. He's virtually pushing him down the straight.
Oh yeah.
Can Kjelsberg make the move?
They're both getting DRS. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Perpetuum still get the move done now, Dan.
And Perpetuum and Pat have both pitted as well. So looks like these both. Look,
and SH big crash, turn 1, absolute carnage. I think it was SH got it all wrong, went sideways, and then the domino effect happened, Dan.
Jesus, I just seen that. I don't know who was on board with, but
and Nolan Power somehow is into the lead of the race as well, Dan. Sorry, safety car.
It's out of the game. So this might help Matt Tibbles, but I don't know what happened there. I think Lewis might have sustained wing damage in that as well. I think that's who I was riding aboard with. Yeah, it was because Lewis has sustained from wing damage. I just was riding aboard with Lewis. Next thing, everybody just stopped.
Yeah, absolute carnage down at turn 1 then. SH, I don't even know what happened. I don't know how his car ended up sideways, but it was sideways, and then a couple of cars have drove into him, and that's a shame. But the safety car's out again, Dan. So, would you pit now? Regardless of the situation, whatever you was on, would you just pit now and just go to the end on fresh tyres?
I would, yes. But Richie, the thing is that if you look at every other driver, Nolan's got front wing damage, everybody else down is front wing damage. The only person that doesn't have front wing damage is the keeper. So the keeper could pit and come out in second place, and he's a Division 2 driver. That's just unbelievable from the keeper, how he's managed to just keep that clean.
Yes, I think we're both need to take a few tips off the keeper and Dan ready for our races this week.
We do indeed. I take tips off and I'm racing tomorrow. And with pace like that, it's going to be a struggle. But I think everybody else will probably come in for a set of mediums here now, because it'll probably be the reasonable thing to do.
Yeah. So Nolan Power's coming into the pits, the keeper's coming into the pit. I think everybody's going to come in the pits.
But the thing is though, Richie, to keep it started in the mediums, so what tyres is he going to go for? Because he can't go mediums again. He has to go hards. I believe Scuba's stayed out, so Scuba's actually leading the race. Scuba mustn't sustain that. He hasn't sustained wing damage, so Scuba's actually leading us.
Dan, I ain't gonna lie, I can't keep up with this race. It's just
it's mental. And hey, Richie, Thomas has made 4 pit stops, disconnected 3 times in this in second.
Oh my word, that just sums up this race in a nutshell.
It does. And Scuba's leading. I don't think he'd ever see himself leading a Division 1 race, to be honest.
What he is now. Is there a way that you can see? Oh yeah, I've got it now. Tyres. That's now I can see how many laps I've done on the tyres. That's why I was struggling. Never had that on.
Yeah. See, Scuba pitted lap, I think it was lap 4, lap 5 for them mediums, so with the safety car he should hopefully get to the end, and he's relatively good in his tyres as well, so...
This race is just, it's just one big puzzle that
I
I'm
know.
struggling to solve.
And like Lewis as well, was on pole, down in P10, Mystic started last, he's in P11, Matt's in P12, John Terry, who was like 3rd at one stage, is now P16. Like, Jesus Christ, what's going on? To keep us jumping Nolan Power as well, so to keep us in 6th. I just don't know, but...
I mean, Jonathan Terry, he was up there in 2nd at one point, and well, he started at the back, got him up to 2nd, and now he's down in 16th again. That's just the kind of crazy race that we've had so far here in Baku. And there's still time for another safety car.
There definitely is. It's never too late for a safety car now. But the question is whenever the safety car comes in, when is Scuba going to launch it? Because he doesn't really find himself in this situation too much. But he is a smart driver, and he does know when the perfect time is to go for it. He's got a very good brain on him in terms of racing, so we'll see when he does it, but looks like it's going to stay for one more lap.
So you think Scuba can get to the end of the race then on those tyres now?
Yes, I think he should be comfortable enough.
Comfortable, or are the last few laps going to be tricky?
I think he should be comfortable enough, because he's done 7 laps in them, and I think at least 4 of them's been behind the safety car, so he should be fine. Should be no problems.
Okay. So given the current circumstances, who's your money on now to win this race?
Don't ask me that. I would have to go probably Perpetuum.
But this is another reason why I don't see why people like Kevin have left the session, when you know there's probably going to be more safety cars in this race. You might as well just keep going.
Yeah, that's true as well. But I don't know, like Scuba's on the mediums, but I think Perpetuum's still quicker despite being on the hards. So I think Perpetuum, he's going to have a challenge now to get past Thomas. So if Scuba's going to do it, he needs to pull out the gap these first couple of laps, because later and later into the race, same guys are going to come back at him. So we'll see. But it's going to be interesting now to see what Lewis can do on a set of mediums, because he's got Nolan Power, Dark Bolt, Calsper all in front of him, and to keep is going to form one big long train on them hards.
Yep. And what's gonna make it difficult for Lewis as well is, I can see like everybody's going to be getting DRS, which is going to be making it a lot harder for Lewis to get these moves done.
Yeah, that is it. And I want to just check on many times. Mystic Joker's pitted 3 times, Lewis pitted 3, Matt's pitted 3, Thomas has pitted 3. Like, the only people that have pitted once is Coutinho, Pat, SH, Tequipa and Perpetuum. Everybody else has pitted more than once. That's just insane. But we'll see.
So
the six
are going to come in this lap then?
It is indeed, I think. I'm just trying to watch it in Scuba's on view. Scuba. It is the same.
So once again, the safety car is coming in again. Is Scuba, as Dan said, going to know when to hit that button at the right time? We'll find out very soon. Danny Morris will talk us through it, I'm sure. Just keep an eye on the back.
Yeah, like you can see now, he's slowing down a lot now because he's trying to get as much speed down the straight as possible. Could backfire on him a wee bit, but you never know. I think he's just going to try and catch the boy he's napping. The safety car's still not come into the pitch yet, so we'll see when he goes. I think is he bolting? He's bolted. He's bolted, and he has caught Thomas napping a wee bit, but Thomas might. Oh, he is. He's very close behind Perpetuum here now, but Scuba did very good safety car restart from himself. Then Thomas, Perpetuum and Pat side by side. I think Pat's going to make the move, is he? Because this is going to be a close one here now. Perpetuum's trying to go up inside. Oh, but a contact. I don't think he broke the front wing, but I think he's okay. Super Guy's down in 15th.
Oh, Dartbolt with a massive dive bomb there on some, I don't even know who it was, but Dartbolt's got through anyway. Plenty of action at the back.
Yeah, Coutinho's also trying to overtake Matt Tiblis as well. And I think it was John Terry, Mystic, Super Guy and Synchronizer all had a bit of coming together there. I think Synchroniser's broke his front wing yet again.
Oh, it's a shame. As Dotbot goes wide, and he's going to lose that another position again then.
And there we go, John.
Dotbot, sorry. John Aventuri, sorry, Dan.
John Aventuri's now last. He's struggling very much. That just shows you what no practice does for you. Nolan Porn, the keeper. Nolan has got a penalty. I think he's illegally overtook the keeper there as well, but never know. Seems to be alright, but Nolan Power is on the charge again.
Yeah, so Scuba then still leads. The gap is 4/10. How long can Scuba hold on? As he said, he thinks Thomas might be quicker despite being on the hard tyres. It's going to be an interesting race. I'm looking forward to this, see how it unfolds. There's Nolan Power having a little sneaky look at SH. He's all over the back of him, Dan.
Yeah, he is indeed, but I'm just watching now Thomas to see if he can get a bit of a slipstream on Scuba. Scuba's going to be absolutely crap on himself because he hasn't been in this position in so long. But we'll see. It looks like Thomas, Scuba, as you can see, he's trying to break the toe, but he can't really. Thomas isn't really getting too much in the slipstream either. So Scuba looks like he's got decent straight line speed, and that might save him. Pat is a second behind, maybe over a second, so he's not going to get DRS.
Dartball has just made the move on to keep it coming down the straight then. So Dartball's got unbelievable straight line speed. I was watching him. I'll tell you why, he's one you want to keep away from on the straights.
Yeah, and sorry, Coutinho and Matt were also fighting there as well. Coutinho wanted us to get back at him. So I don't know what the drivers are going to think of this race. If they're going to think it's a dirty race, if they're going to think it's quite enjoyable.
Oh, Perpetual Mobile! Big crash with PMP. Pat PMP is going to be absolutely raging. That was absolutely... It was bad driving. It was bad driving, I'm going to be honest, Dan.
I'd never seen it. I was too busy watching. I think it was Nolan Power.
I think it went to go for the move from miles back, realised he'd messed up, slammed on the brakes way too late, and bang, took him straight out. And so PMP Pat now down at the back of the field, Dan.
He'll still be going. Hopefully he hasn't broke that front wing, but he might have. But you can see now the gap SH 3 seconds. Nolan Power is all over the back of him, but hey, Scuba's still doing very well here, but Thomas is all over the back of him. But Nolan Power is just mad looking to get past someone. Like he's just SH. I think SH has broke his wing. I think Nolan Power's also contacted into the back of him as well. Who's that? That's Darkbolt trying to go down the inside. Oh, he's half spun it. Perpetuum's now coming back. This is just crazy.
This is crazy. Darkbolt, as well as we know, has got fantastic side by side through there. It was always going to end in tears, and Darkbolt's into the wall. Big crash. Look at this. 4 cars. Carnage here in Baku, Dan. Safety cars out.
Oh my god. Kalspert went flying.
Drama here in Baku, then lap 15 or 16, and yeah, Dartbolt. I'm not being funny, Dan, but that was absolutely crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Was it Dartbolt or was it John Aventuri? All I saw was a Force India trying to go up the inside through that little S section. You just can't do it, Dan.
Oh, it was Darkbolt. He tried to go side by side with Perpetuum Mobile.
You just can't do it. Not there. It was always going to end in tears, Danny Morris. And that's exactly what happened.
But it was out there. I think Scuba's pitted again, so Scuba has pitted for his first set of mediums, so he has lost the lead, but is on a fresh set of tyres. So we'll see. But I think everybody else is pretty much going to go to the end anyway.
Did the car get totaled in that, or did they all survive it?
No, Kalspert went flying in the air.
So Kalspert out of the race. One man that might be a little bit happy though, Dan, is PMP Pat, even though he's at the back of the grid still, but at least he's got some fresh tyres. But that was just absolute, what's the word? Stupidity. I don't know.
It was mental, but we'll say something. The last safety car restart, Matt and Coutinho were 11th and 12th. They're now 2nd and 3rd from all that.
Absolutely crazy. And I mean, it seems like 5 minutes ago when you were saying Matt Tibos is having an absolute shocker. Now he's up in P3.
I know. Jesus.
And look at Louis Welsh, all the way down there in 12th still.
And Pat's not happy with Perpetuum Mobile, calling him an absolute idiot.
Well, to be honest, Dan, it was terrible driving. I was on board. I happened to be on board with Perpetuum when it happened, and it was just even I wouldn't have done that, and that's saying something. So yeah, and he's actually now leading the race. So it's unbelievable. He's gone from taking someone out to leading the race.
Well, if it does go to the stewards, he could be penalised very big, so he mightn't actually win this race. So we could so at the minute it could be Coutinho actually winning the race if it says
Don't get me wrong, it wasn't intentional, but it was just like stupid. Basically, it was just a big mistake.
Yeah.
And it cost PMP Pat massively.
And now we've got Nolan Parr on the softs, so he's going to be a man on a mission. He's been in the wars today as well. There's been a lot of guys around him have been. And Nolan's in again.
Well, Thomas has now done 4 stops. Lewis has done 4 stops, and now Nolan Power's done 4 stops. Why is Nolan in again? Has he lost his wing on the safety car?
No, he just went for a set of mediums. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, and Jonathan Terry somehow nearly crashed in the pit lane. I've just caught his car spinning out, going sideways in the pit lane, but he just about saved it.
Jesus Christ, what is going on?
I'll tell you what, Dan, I'll tell you one thing. This is meant to be Division 1. This is meant to be the best of the best. And at the moment, they aren't driving like it.
Oh, I don't know. It's going to be a lot of reports to look at tonight. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I do feel sorry for the stewards. They're going to be very busy tonight. I'm so glad I ain't going to do that no more.
Oh, you should be. Could be up could be all up to all hours.
Trust me. Considering there's been 3 safety cars, it's still been quite entertaining, to be honest.
It has, to be fair, but I think it's been entertaining because there's been crashes and the safety cars as well. That's just brought it close. But Mystic Joker as well was in last position, now P6.
Mystic Joker, he couldn't write it. Coming into this race today with a default setup, starting at the back of the grid, if you'd have said on lap 17 you'll be in P6, he would have laughed at you.
I have no idea, but now it's going to be interesting to see if Coutinho can get past Perpetual Mobile on them basically better tyres. We will see. Adam Mako as well, the reserve up in P4. That's a good showing at the minute from Adam, but the safety car is in and Perpetuum is going to lead it as he led the first 2 safety cars, I believe. I think about 4 of this race.
Yeah, and Perpetuum knows exactly when to hit the button. He's done it that many times tonight already. I think this race is so bizarre, Dan.
It is indeed.
I'll tell you what though, Dan, it's a good job it wasn't raining.
Oh,
would have been here till 10:30.
Probably. Jesus. we could still be there at that time at the street.
But we are underway, Dan. Talk us through it. I'll watch the back.
But
we ain't, sorry. See, even I'm losing my mind now.
Oh, we are
underway.
We are away. Perpetuum managed to get a decent restart, and Matt Tibbs and Coutinho just closely following him behind. There's been a Nolan Parr, thanks, spun.
Big crash, turn 1. Oh, it's top bolt again in the war zone, and Thomas is out. Absolute carnage at the back, Dan. It's dot bolt again involved.
Oh Jesus! But what is going on? But Coutinho's Coutinho all over the back of Perpetuum and Matt as well. These 2 are going to be battling so hard to get past Perpetuum.
I'll tell you what, Dan, I've seen some crazy races in my lifetime, but this is definitely up there at the top.
Oh, it's one of the craziest races I think we've had. Jesus.
As long as that safety car don't come out again, I ain't bothered. But yellow flags still. You got to feel for Thomas. He's lost connection about 5 times. He's pitted about 5 times, and it's finally race over for him.
I know. It's just gotten for him.
As Dartbolt gets a 3-second penalty, as Jonathan Terry lets his teammate through there. Not sure what's that's going. What that's about.
John's got front wing damage.
That explains it then.
But Matt Tibbs is all over. Perpetuum has pulled out a bit of a gap at Coutinho, but Matt's all over the back of Coutinho now. So is Matt going to be effectively taking P2 in this race?
I think he's a bit too far away at the moment. Dan Coutinho's got great straight line speed. So Matt, I think he needs DRS at the minute because Coutinho's. Oh, actually, I don't know. No.
Nah, I don't think he's close enough to make a move. But the keeper's also close to SH though. 2 of them are going side by side.
The keeper then in as a reserve today, looking to make the move on SH, who's lagging a bit on my screen. Up the inside goes to keeper, and he's not going to do this lap.
Oh, and Nolan Parr as well, just round the outside. But I don't think he's going to make the move. He isn't. Scuba's just closely following him behind in P10. What an eventful race Scuba's had as well. Jesus.
Yeah, it's Jonathan Terry pits.
John's made about 7 pit stops.
Louis Welsh, though, Dan, still all the way down in 11th, the championship leader, the title favourite. This has been a disappointing race for him.
Oh, it has indeed. It has indeed. There's going to be a lot of words said after this race, I can tell you that.
Unbelievable scenes then here in Division 1 of the Masters Championship.
But Nolan Power is going for the move that he's been trying to go for all race. Down the inside. Doesn't make it. The keeper blocks it very well. And up the castle section they go now. Everybody seems to get up pretty well.
Yeah. Everybody safely through the castle then. Up 19. Perpetum starting to open up a bit of a gap, Dan.
Yeah, he is indeed. But to be fair, it's only 6/10, so it's not that much. Coutinho, Matt's the one that's slowly falling back from Coutinho.
Yeah, Perpetum's does it say he's on the hards though? He's doing okay at the moment.
He is indeed, but I think Coutinho's going to be all over the back of him now very shortly.
Yeah, still no DRS yet though, so I think Perpetum might hold on for just a little bit longer.
He's trying to break the toe here, but he can't really do it too much. Matt's not really gaining much time now. Matt's actually losing a bit. Matt needs Perpetum and Coutinho to start battling in order to come back.
The keeper very late on the brakes. That's given Nolan Power then a chance to make the move then. Up into turn 2. Up the inside goes Nolan Power. Easy move.
Yeah, and he's got Scuba right behind him as well. So we're going to have a three-way battle in the turn 3 here. Is Scuba going to go for it? No, he's not. He's going to back out of it, and hopefully the boys make a mistake. Nolan Power's winning deep. The keeper's going to try and make the move around the outside. And Nolan Power's just going to defend it. But the keeper's went deep now. Scuba's going to try and make the move around the outside of the keeper. Is Scuba going to get it? Or is the keeper going to defend the inside? Oh, Scuba's made it. Oh, it's close. Oh, Scuba's hit the keeper.
And Louis Welsh is going to sneak past both of them. Louis Welsh with a cheeky little move there.
Oh, it was just unfortunate what happened between Scuba and the keeper. Scuba just bounced on the curb and just couldn't help but hit the keeper. It was a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, that's a shame. But I was just watching Mystic Joker down and coming down the home straight. It didn't look to me like he was on a default setup because he had straight line speed. Yeah,
I think that's because, as Darkbolt was saying earlier on, I think now what it is from the patches, you can actually do a setup now if you join junior quality. So if that's the case, then he's been saved.
Yes, he has.
But we'll see now. He's right behind Super Gay now, so we'll see what the straight line speed is now like.
Yep, and Coutinho, Dan, DRS is now activated, coming down the home straight, but I still don't think he's close enough yet, Dan. Maybe going up to turn 2.
Maybe going up to turn 2, but we'll see how close he is now in the turn 1. He's just under 2.5 tenths. He's under 2 tenths now, actually, I should say. So he is close. Matt's falling back. Darkbolt is just past Synchronizer, and the keeper's right behind that there.
DRS again for Coutinho. Surely this time now he will take the lead of the race here in Baku. Breezes past Perpetum and into the lead goes the Ferrari driver Coutinho, and Perpetum. He's had a bit of a wild race, but eventually now he does finally lose the race lead.
Yeah, he does indeed, and PMP Pat has got past Synchronizer DJ as well. Matt's closing the gap a wee bit now to Perpetum, but I think with Perpetum now just going to follow Coutinho, you just never know what's going to happen. It's really hard for guys to get penalty around here as well, so you shouldn't really see too many changes of positions either.
Yeah.
I believe that was Adam Mako went wide, and Super Gay was so close to making the move before the castle section, but Adam managed to just keep it. Super Gay very close to the wall there at the top of the hill. Mystic Joker's still close and behind as well, so is SH. Nolan Power's closing the gap a wee bit, and Lewis is 1.5 seconds behind that, and Scuba 7 tenths behind that.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Coutinho, after making the move on Perpetum, hasn't opened the gap down, so I think Perpetum's going to be trying to take the lead of the race again.
Yeah, we'll see, but we know Coutinho's got very good straight line speed, so we'll see what Perpetum can do.
DRS is very powerful here in Baku with this long straight.
Look at this.
Coutinho goes defensive very early. Sorry, Dan.
He's trying to break the toe, but like you see, look at Perpetuum Mobile. Look at the slipstream. DRS. Is he going to make the move? He's going to go for it, but I think Coutinho's going to defend it. Oh, and he does defend it beautifully.
Yeah. Perpetuum not taking a risk there early on the break.
But Mystic Joker went wide, sorry, and that's allowed SH to go through. Easy move for SH, and Nolan Power's now right behind Mystic.
Yeah, and Kikino's going to survive for another lap then. So for the first time really in the race, oh hang on, sorry, Dot Bolt round the outside of the keeper, into the wall goes Dot Bolt. And again, Dot Bolt down, he's having an absolute shocker out there tonight.
Oh, he's not having a good one now.
Disappointing performance tonight then from Vaporion. And again, he's going sideways, his car is all over the place at the moment, Danny Morris.
And he gave Captain Chubbs the setup for Division 2. Hopefully Chubbs is using that because it's a shocking one at the minute.
Dot Bolt again into the wall. Yeah, I've got to agree, Dan. If there's one setup I'm not going to be using this week, it's definitely Dot Bolts.
Looks like it's absolutely awful. But here we go, Perpetuum a lot closer now to Gigino.
Yeah, oh! And he's actually binned it in the castle section, but again, he's Golo heavy. How is he still alive out there, Dan? I have no idea. He's hit the wall about 4 times this lap.
He's a lucky boy, but Perpetuum's all over the back of Gigino here now. This should be the move. Look at this. Look at the straight line speed. Look at the straight line speed.
Yep. There's nothing Kikino can do about it this time then. Perpetuum regains the lead here in Baku. It's a ding-dong, but oh, and wing gone for Kikino. He's drove straight into the back of Perpetuum, and the wings come off. Half of it, I think, or just a little bit, I'm not sure. But I definitely saw some debris flying around, Dan.
Yeah, and Nolan Power also made the move on Mystic Joker as well, so it's chop and change. Matt Tibus is now 1.2 seconds, sorry, 1.5 seconds off the lead. So you never know, the win's not out of the question here for Matt just yet. But Gigino,
I think Kikino's thrown away a podium now because he's going to be struggling around some corners now.
He's going to struggle through the fast left, left right on coming down the main straight.
And that's crucial as well. You need full speed through there.
You do indeed. Mystic's still close behind Nolan Power, but other than that, everybody else is relatively still pretty close.
Disappointing performance from Louis Walsh, though, as we said earlier. He doesn't seem to be really making any gains whatsoever today.
There's nothing really he can do though, because everybody else is getting slipstream from everybody else.
That's true. We're just right on board with Matt Tibos then, Dan, so we can see how much he gains on Kikino then as we do come through the left-right.
Yeah, my controller died there, so I couldn't really make out what you were saying there, but...
Oh yeah, Kiki riding on board with Matt Tibos, so we can see just how slow Kikino is for the left-right, and because I think Matt Tibos is going to be taking P2 then this lap.
He could be.
Kikino, he just about managed to get his way through there, but he's still going to lose P2, I think.
He could be, but if Perpetuum Mobile does get penalised as well, this could actually put Matt Tibos into the lead of the race.
That is true, that is very true. Here comes Matt Tibos then, heading down to turn 1. Up the inside goes the Red Bull. Nothing Kikino can do about it. Matt Tibos into P2.
It's a good move. Then we have Adam Mako on Super Gay. Super Gay on his return is doing a decent job in P5.
Yeah, he is doing a fantastic race.
But Adam Mako, the Division 2 reserve, up in P4, trying to go for a move on Kikino, can't make the move stick. So if this is the pace Adam Mako has, Jesus, what's he going to be like tomorrow in Division 2? He's got to be up there towards the front.
We'll soon find out tomorrow night if you tune in, same time for Division 2. Fantastic races here in TMC. Matt Tibos, can he get the race win today here in Baku? Only a couple of laps to go after this one. He's got a great chance, Danny Morris. He has got a fantastic chance.
He does have a fantastic chance. He does indeed.
Oh, sorry, SH made a mistake and Nolan Power's going to sneak down the inside. Can Mystic Joker follow him through? No, he can't, but Nolan Power, he's eating up the ground, Dan. He is eating up the ground.
He is indeed, and he's 1.3 seconds behind Super Gay. Whether he make that back up, I do not know, but Mystic Joker, look at how close he is now.
Yeah, and Lewis as well. Lewis is getting into the action as well now.
Better late than ever.
Right, Dan, better late than ever. SH is under immense pressure then from the American. Cat Mystic Joker get himself up into P7. He's all over the back of SH. They're both going to get DRS, so it's going to be a battle of who's got the better straight line speed. Can Mr. Joker get it done? He's getting in on him very slow, but it's just not enough. And SH starts to pull away. It's a shame for Mystic.
It is a shame for Mystic because SH has got the DRS as well, but Kikino's been overtaken now by Adam Mako, and that puts Adam Mako into third place. What a result Adam Mako's having this evening. What a result.
Yeah, as Perpetum continues to pull away, Perpetum needs to open up a massive gap, mate, if he's going to be getting penalties. I know that for a fact. It's only 2.5 seconds at the moment. I think he needs about a 6 second at least gap, and that might not even be enough.
Mightn't even be enough either. But God knows what it's going to be.
We'll soon find out.
If by the way it's going, if he has been caused a lot of incidents, he could find himself maybe even towards P13, P14 if the penalty could be getting Jesus.
That's how close the race is. Mainly thanks to the safety car. PMP Pat, meanwhile, as we know, he was battling for like a podium place. He's down in 12, and De Keeper as well, down who also at that incident, he's down in 11. You've got to feel for them too.
Yeah, you have to. They were having fantastic races. It's just a shame what happened, but Scuba's in the mix here now as well. It's close. This battle here from P3 the whole way down is still very, very close.
Yeah, I think Darbolt's after an extra point there, down with the fastest lap.
It's the only point he's going to get.
Yep.
Here we go now. I don't really think we're going to say. Oh, it's that there. Super Guy all over the back of Coutinho, and Nolan Parr all over the back of Super Guy. Coutinho's going to get swamped down this straight.
Yeah. Coutinho just about making it through the left right there with that wing damage. Look at
Nolan Parr. Look at the straight line speed. Double toe.
Oh.
He can't go anywhere though. He can't go anywhere. Coutinho's blocking the inside.
Tense stuff. Nolan Power, double overtake. It's gone a bit deep, and Coutinho's going to come back through then. So Nolan Power, he did get one move done, but I'll tell you what, he's under pressure again then. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. Nolan Power gaining 2 positions and then losing 2 positions at the next corner, Dan.
That's just the way it is, but he's going to come back at Super Guy here again, and you have TMC SH just right behind him as well.
Oh, sorry, and synchronise that. He's binned it somewhere.
Oh, Super Guy, Nolan in the wall.
Oh no. Drama.
Super Guy broke a bit of his front wing. That's not what he wants. Is SH going to make the move now? No, he's not. But Jesus, it's close.
It is close. Everybody's squaffing positions as Jonathan Terry's out of the race, and Louis Walsh goes past Mystic Joker up into PA. And I'll tell you what. Oh, big crash! Louis Walsh, Mystic Joker.
Oh my
God! Big crash. Bit of damage. Scuba, Louis Walsh, and Mystic Joker in one hell of a bit of a carnage there, Dan.
I believe that was Scuba that completely outbroke himself and just spun Lewis round, and it just absolutely destroyed Mystic.
I'll tell you what though, Mystic kind of saved Lewis, because Lewis was about to spin backwards, but then Mystic pushed him back the right way. A Mystic Joker! Big mistake into the wall. I think he's got away with that wing damage there though, luckily, somehow.
But we forgot to say, Richie, it is the last lap and Perpetuum's coming down the main straight right now.
Oh yeah? Is it the last lap? My bad. Perpetuum! Round 2 here in Baku. He's going to take the race win, but I'll tell you what, Dan, how long that's going to be for, we have to wait and see. Any more battles, Dan, coming down the straight?
Yes, there's Nolan Parr and Coutinho. Oh, Coutinho takes it. And SH.
Oh! On the line.
That was close. That was close. I believe SH did get it.
Fantastic race then, Dan. Perpetuum takes the race win. Until of course we do have the steward inquiries. Matt Tibos takes 2nd, Adam takes 3rd, Coutinho 4th, SH 5th. But there could be a lot of change because there was a lot of incidents in this race. But Dan, despite there being 3 or 4 safety cars, it was a spectacle.
It was indeed. There was very, very good racing, but there was definitely a lot of incidents, as you said. So it'll be interesting to see now what happens after the race. But the top 3 good result. Adam Mako as well, P3 Division 2 driver. What a drive!
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Before I go, Dan, because I've got to shoot. Who would you give driver today in this absolute carnage?
Jesus, I don't even know. You'd have to say Coutinho or Adam Mako. Both of them up 12 or 14 and 12 positions. Like both of them kept themselves out of trouble as well.
Yeah, it's a good shout, that is, Dan. Well, thank you everyone for listening to me. I'm going to leave you Danny Morris now because I've got to shoot. So I'll see you next week. Cheers, Dan.
That's no bother, talk to you. But yeah, pretty much wraps it up. Perpetuum Mobile does take the win. Matt 2nd, Adam 3rd, Coutinho 4th, SH 5th, Super Guy 6th, Nolan 7th, Lewis finishes in 8th, who was the favourite to win the race, Scuba 9th, Mr. Joker 10th, PMP Pot 11th, to keep at 12th, Dark Bolt 13th, and those were the last Those were the 13 finishers, everybody else DNF from the race. And let's see, was there many penalties? I don't really think there was many penalties. I'll take a wee picture of that. That's the pictures taken, but yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Join us tomorrow for Division 2, 8 o'clock. It's going to be Unsafe Release and Combi doing the commentary, so see you then, 8 o'clock tomorrow.